Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. If we have met before, you may have been wondering why I've been absent lately, and I wanted to let you in on what I've been working on and what is on the horizon. So the kids and I are about to embark on a 10-day adventure to South Dakota, and between that and all of the end-of-school activities, my project-heavy full-time job, and numerous graduation parties, we've been very busy. I've also been busy wrapping up and reflecting on Q2 while prepping for Q3. This will be my second quarter using the HB90 method, but before sharing it with you, I wanted to make sure the system actually worked for me. HB90 stands for Heart Breathing's 90. It's a 90-day planning system designed for writers and creative entrepreneurs, but anyone can benefit from it. It leverages psychological principles to keep you motivated and help you take actionable steps towards your dreams. Another thing I love about this method is the creator, Sarah Cannon, highly encourages all HB90 participants to tweak the system to make it work better for them. So there are 2 ways you can get started with HB90. The first option is super flexible. You can jump in anytime, just grab the current quarter's planner from Etsy and check out Sarah's YouTube videos to learn more about how it all works. It's a great way to try out the method without investing much money. The second option is the HB90 Bootcamp, which is a bit more structured. It's only available 4 times a year right before a new quarter starts, but the Bootcamp package is amazing. It includes the Picture Your Ideal Life workbook, a printable planner, a live kickoff call, a week-long course curriculum to guide you through the process, and best of all, lifetime access. It's a fantastic way to dive deep and get the full HB90 experience. The bootcamp for this quarter has ended, but if this is something that resonates with you, continue to look for additional HB90 videos from me and check out Sarah's YouTube channel, which I will link below. So let's dive into how I am currently using the HB90 system. I believe that seeing how others use and tweak a system can really help you find ways to make it work for you, as well as give you hints on whether you think the system would actually be beneficial to use. So I like to break the system into 5 parts. The first step of the HB90 method is reflection and review of the previous quarter. This is where I take a look back at the past 3 months to see what worked and what didn't, and what I can improve on. Then I get clear on what I want my future to look like. It's about dreaming big and setting a vision that excites and motivates me. This step helps me to stay focused on my long-term goals. I also take this opportunity to brain dump all the things I want to do, should do, and have promised to do. Before diving into my specific goals and projects, I participate in the Bootcamp Kickoff Call live with Sarah. This session helps me get into the right mindset and kickstarts my goal-setting session. Once I have my vision, have chosen what of my brain dump items I'll be focusing on this quarter, and joined in the kickoff call, I decide on my specific goals and projects for the upcoming quarter. This makes my big dreams more manageable and actionable. Finally, I define the tasks for each project and organize them using a Kanban board. This visual tool helps me keep track of my progress and stay on top of my to-do list. It's a great way to stay organized and ensure that I'm moving forward every day. Over the next few videos, I will be reviewing the specific steps I take to make the HB90 method successful for me and highlight what I will be doing differently from the last quarter. The first thing I want to highlight is there is a printable version of both the Picture Your Ideal Life workbook as well as the planner. And the planner looks like this. I did not print out the Ideal Life workbook because you will see in all of the video clips that I actually use my Loistrum to keep track of all of my HB90 notes and tasks and goals and projects, everything. So it does come as a printable, but I like to just handwrite and journal in one notebook. So I use the Loistrum. I also wanted to mention that I do use Sarah's weekly and daily sheets for planning, but I have taken them and tweaked them just a little bit to make them work better for me. And I may make a few more tweaks here and there, but I love the layout of her planner, so I will continue to use that. Also, in case you're wondering why I don't just keep the whole printable in my planner, it's because my planner is already really thick and I'm trying to not put anything extra in it. So when I am taking notes for either this or any other learning or personal development or professional development, I usually keep it in a separate notebook or in Notion on my computer. So it depends on whether or not I want to be writing it or typing it. So as I reflect on Q2, I want to be as honest and as informational as possible while I go through, but I'm also giving myself grace because I was thrown off track a little bit this past quarter. But let's start from the beginning. The hardest part about being new to the HB90 system was estimating how long each task would take. I still catch myself thinking certain tasks will be quick, but then they often turn out to be quite time consuming. Another challenge was setting realistic numbers for my goals for the quarter. I knew that I wanted to increase my subscriptions and watch hours, but I had no idea what a realistic target would be. Now that I have a little bit more experience, I feel like I have a better understanding of both of these aspects. The next thing I struggled with was laying out 3 months at a time up front. April, which was the first month of Q2, was a breeze and pretty much went according to plan. May went okay, even though some of my tasks needed shifted around, but then came June, and I was drained and had way too many plates spinning in the air. But since I had already planned out all 3 months of the quarter, I didn't have much wiggle room or the energy to replan what I already had on my Kanban post-its. This quarter, I'm planning on only making 1 month's worth of Kanban board post-its and just pencil in the other 2 months. This will allow for more flexibility in my task scheduling. And I will go into this in a little more depth in the third video in this series. Something I learned about myself through this process is that I am desperately craving more balance and routine in my life, and the only way I'm going to achieve that is by eliminating the distractions. There has been way too much binging Netflix in the last quarter. Not that taking a purposeful break is bad, I just need to be intentional about how I spend my time, even the chill time. I did realize that I needed to give myself grace when things didn't go as planned. I want to spend time with my kids. They'll be grown in a heartbeat, so spending time with them will always come first. Also, I do work full time, and none of those goals are tracked here, and there are often times when I work well over the standard 40-hour work week. I also decided to start the launch program with Mel Robbins in May, and even though I realize that I don't have time to commit to a program like that right now, I did pay for it and it does not have lifetime access, so I am struggling to work my way through the program, just not quite how it's designed. This did, however, take quite a bit of time away from the pool of time blocks I had planned on spending on my other projects, especially in June. So as I move forward planning Q3, I want to make intentional decisions about how time is scheduled out. This month and this quarter, I want to pay closer attention to my energy levels and pay attention to which activities and tasks fuel me and which ones drain me. Once I had completed my reflection, I started by answering some questions that Sarah lays out about your ideal life, including writing out my ideal day. Wow, was that eye-opening. There was a time when I was pretty close to that ideal day, and I'm realizing that I need to find a way to get back to that. I'm not sure if it was starting out my day with exercise, having a balanced life, or a combination of everything, but I loved my energy level and my attitude during that time. I was strong and felt powerful. Then I wrote a letter from future me, defined my vision statement, and put together my Q3 vision board. It's very similar to last quarter, but it also focuses more on my health and getting back to that healthy sweet spot. There are certain images on my vision board that I haven't quite figured out how they fit in yet, but I just felt they needed to be there, so I went ahead and included them. And then it was time for the kickoff call with Sarah. Did I mention that alumni have lifetime access, including the bootcamp kickoff call? I think that's pretty amazing. So even though this is my second bootcamp kickoff, I still took 3 pages of notes full of inspiration from Sarah. I love leaving the live kickoff feeling energized and ready to plan the upcoming quarter. Sarah and the other HB90 participants are so supportive, and I love that Sarah gives us permission to tweak the plan so that it works best for us, ensuring that I can follow my own path, helping me to stay aligned with what I want In the next two videos, I'll dive into defining goals and projects for quarter 3 and creating a task list and Kanban board. But don't skip reflecting or creating your vision board before setting up new goals for the quarter. These steps prevent you from making the same mistakes, help you align your goals with your long-term vision, set realistic expectations, keep you focused on the big picture, and renew your motivation, setting you up for a successful and fulfilling quarter ahead. Join me back here tomorrow so we can talk about setting goals and projects for the quarter ahead. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified. See you in my next video. Bye.